She thought I was asleep when she confessed to her friends. She said that her ex made her feel things that I never could. I was shocked to hear my girlfriend of 3 years talking to her friends about how much better her ex was. She was on a group video call with them and had drunk too much. She was sitting at her desk with her laptop not far from our bed where I was lying. She thought I was asleep, but I wasn't. We had been intimate before and I thought she enjoyed it. Afterward, I fell asleep. I woke up 3 hours later and she was laughing, sounding very drunk. I tried to ignore her and go back to sleep, but then I heard her and her friends talking about their loves. She said that being with me was fun and sometimes she just pretended to enjoy it and let me have my fun. It hurt me then. They started talking about their best experiences and she said that her ex made her feel things she had never felt before. She said she lost control of her body when he touched her. Apparently, he was bigger than me and completely filled her. She said she missed feeling that way and that he was the best she had ever had. I felt like crying. I stayed silent for another hour, trying not to let her hear me. Finally she ended the call and came back to bed. She realized I was awake and asked what was wrong. I lied and said I had just woken up. When she moved toward the bed, she said she loved me and would see me in the morning. I couldn't sleep, eat, or do anything for the next 3 days. I didn't know what to do. I had been trying to be better for her since we met. In 3 years of practice, I still couldn't surpass his natural talent. I felt like I wasn't good enough for her. I felt selfish for staying with her when she obviously wanted someone else. Her ex cheated on her and left when he found out. She would have stayed with him. I felt like I was nothing compared to him. We weren't intimate for the next 3 days because I couldn't even bear the idea of trying to please her. I didn't know how to fix this. I loved her so much and had been thinking about proposing to her, but I wasn't sure if I could do it anymore. After the 8th day of avoiding her and rejecting her advances, she asked me, almost crying, what was wrong and why I didn't want her anymore. I wasn't ready to talk about it yet, so I just said I wasn't in the mood. She didn't believe me and asked what she had done wrong. I told her I needed some time alone, and she insisted on knowing why. Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more. Part 2. She thought I was asleep when she confessed to her friends. 20 minutes later, she came out of the bedroom crying and tried to hug me. I pushed her away, and she cried harder. I waited for her to calm down enough to talk. She said she didn't think I was awake when she said those things and that they were all exaggerated. First, she said she liked being with me, and that when she said she didn't have to pretend very much, she also said that she sometimes had to pretend with her ex too. Next, she said that he wasn't as big as she claimed. She said that he was only a little bigger than me and that she couldn't handle someone as big as she said and she was willing to prove it. I told her I didn't trust her anymore because she lied to me and her friends. She was silent. I then told her that I couldn't believe she told her friends how much worse I was than her ex. She remained silent and crying. I told her how much it hurt to know that she never tried to help me be better for her. I told her how I felt unloved and disrespected, and how I wasn't sure if I wanted to marry her anymore. She apologized for everything. Again, she said that being drunk was no excuse for what she did, and it wouldn't heal the pain she caused me, and she understood that I couldn't forget what I heard. But she asked me to trust her on this. I told her I would listen to her at least. She again said she didn't pretend much with me, and her ex wasn't that much bigger than me, and that she only lied about that to one of her friends. She said she was afraid to hurt my feelings, so she never wanted to tell me what she liked or didn't like. I asked why she cared more about the quality of intimacy with her ex, and she said she never really told him either. She said that he didn't know what he was doing and just happened to do things that made her feel good. She said that she didn't even know what he did and couldn't make herself feel that way. She said that if I was willing to try new things with her, she thought we could figure it out. My last question for her was if she missed her ex. She said being intimate with him was better, but more enjoyable with me, because she loved me more than him. I asked why she wanted to take him back, and she said that she was young and foolish, and gave herself to people who didn't deserve her, because she was afraid to be alone. She said that she found a great guy who cared about her and her feelings. Me as of now, I'm still hurt. Talking to her helped a lot, but it will still take me time to trust her like I did. I told her that I needed time, but at the end of the day, I still loved her and wanted to try to work through this.